You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is absolutely the greatest time to manifest your realities right here, right now. My name is Michelle Juanita Lamont, and I am a manifestation master, author, speaker, and award-winning podcast host who is so excited that you and I are going to exchange energy right now by I speaking and coaching you into a new vibrational point of attraction and you listening, supporting, and being part of the Manifesting Miracles community. So no matter if you've been listening for years, 2 years, yeah, it's weird, 2 years, yeah. Or you just started getting started right now, the universe, your guides, your angels, your higher self, your divine source energy, the guides that are the whole purpose of your intention have led you here to this podcast in this timeline and in this moment for a very specific reason. And the reason is that they are sick and tired of you really not getting manifesting, and why manifesting can really make that inner critic, that self-concept, so difficult to transmute and understand. So today I really wanted to go over some principle theories that really help us evolve our thinking and evolve our energy and help us manifest things into our reality and calm that inner critic and that self-concept to a place where we can manage it and manifest. So I have listeners that listen from all around the globe, so I just want to say hi to everybody outside of the U.S. first. Hello, Sweden. Hello, Africa. Hello, Taiwan. Hello, Japan. Hello, Australia. Hello, the Netherlands. Hello, Canada. Hello, Belgium. I'm missing a couple of countries that I get a lot of calls from or a lot of requests from. Anyway, whatever country you currently reside in, you are in the company of somebody who loves you, who's somebody who wants to help you, somebody who cares deeply and really believes that you can manifest anything into your reality because she's seen herself and thousands of her listeners and thousands of her clients do it each and every day, whether it's in one of my group courses like Into the Mystic or the Manifesting Masterclass, which is coming up right around the corner. I do this 3 times a year, so there's always a class you can catch. Or you're just tuning in for the first time and you're like, what is this chick talking about? Who is she? What is she about? So I'm a first generation American. My brother was born in Colombia, and then after me, my brothers and sisters were born here. I'm an author. I'm a professional speaker. I'm a very successful entrepreneur. And now I dedicate my life to a divine calling and a divine path, and I let the universe lead me because my inner concept and my inner dialogue is favorable to me. It is no longer my enemy. It is no longer the beast in the closet that I'm trying to tame through addictions or through belittling others or being angry or being depressed, because when we're manifesting, our own ideals, our own energy, and our own thoughts can be so overwhelming and so like we feel like we're drowning in them that we can't differentiate what we need to understand and who we really are. You know what I mean? So for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is just science. And so with every thought, there creates a vibration. Okay? No matter if you're in a positive timeline right now or you're in a negative one, the universe has decided that you need to hear this information. And so your inner critic and your inner dialogue has to start changing. This is just the way it is. Because no matter what timeline you're in, the universe is moving in a forward motion. It's the only way it goes. Our bodies were not meant to sit still and stay on the couch or be sheltered in or not move. Our bodies were meant to go out there and breathe the essence of the earth, to touch a flower, to ground our feet into the sand, into the mountains, into the desert, into the ground where the earth is breathing and living. It's a living being. And we can't live in a vibrational universe and be corrupted by this self-taught, self-anointed inner critic who is dominating your reality. We are going to do whatever we can in the little bit of time we have here to really change that self-concept. And the first part that I want you to understand is that beliefs are taught. Okay? Beliefs are taught. And if you learned something, you can unlearn something. Right? So this means that when you start to become a spiritual awakened person, and what does a spiritually awakened person actually mean? Right? A spiritually awakened person means that they will walk away from religious institutions, financial institutions, work situations, relationships, all aspects of their life are tuned into the vibration of their soul instead of their ego. And we all know what Dr. Wayne Dyer says about ego. Ego, E-G-O, edging God out. And so when we're starting to understand this concept that perhaps our whole life, when we talk to that inner critic, we're talking to a lower vibrational version of ourselves, because we're multidimensional beings living in multiple dimensional realities. And so whatever reality you're currently operating in, you can switch everything about that reality by learning and understanding the self-concept of manifesting. And so one of the beliefs that you're taught is that you have to work really, really hard and that you're not enough. So you're going to need this education, and you're going to need this house, and you're going to need this car, and you're going to need to, have alterations to the way that you look physically, mentally. You have to change your hair, you have to change your body, you have to change your reality. But these beliefs are built on scarcity and lack. They're built by the fundamental assumption that you are not enough. And it's perpetuated in the media. It's perpetuated amongst your group, your friend group. It's perpetuated every time you go into a shopping center, you drive down a street. Somebody's car is nicer. Somebody's husband is more affectionate. Somebody's wife is more loving. Somebody's child has more admiration. So this belief that we're taught that we're not enough, we will start to pick up the vibration of that reality. And then instead of living in a vibrational reality where our self-talk, our inner critic, and all of that tells us that we're amazing and that we're wonderful and that we deserve everything and that we're worthy, kind of dwindles down to like, maybe one day and I'll retire and at least I have this or whatever it is, instead of living the fullest and the most genuine expression of your soul. And your soul wants to be free. Your soul wants to be happy. Your soul wants to experience the bad and see the good in it. Your soul wants to experience the good and really thrive in it. So one of the very first things that you have to start doing is not only accepting the fact that for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. So there are always, this is a scientific fact. So what that basically means, those clever words all lined up in a sentence it means that we are in a parallel paradigm and a parallel universe. And so as we start to dissect what that means, we're living in a reality in which the opposite reaction will equate an opposite reality. So if you can tune down that inner critic and you can tune up your vibration, you will start understanding why everybody is obsessed with manifesting the law of attraction, the law of vibration, the law of consequence, the law of karma, all of these different rules, or not rules, but all these different practices. So then you could start bringing in actual modalities to help those vibrations be even higher and more constructive in the way that you're creating, because everything is a creation, right? Everything is energy, everything. And we live in a vibrational universe. So your energy emanates a frequency, and then that frequency emanates a vibration, and then that vibration tuned so perfectly in that now you see the car, and now you see the spouse, and now you see the partner, and now you see the clients, and now you see etc. So as you start to shift that vibration, or that shifting of your consciousness, you start by raising awareness that you cannot control your self-concept because that belief was taught. And so your attitudes on your reality start to evolve as well. And as you start to co-create fractions in this negative reality, in the false reality, you start to be a vibrational match to that separation becoming a fracture, and then that fracture becoming a foot wide, and then a mile wide, and then it's where your old reality is and your new reality. It's like the size of the Grand Canyon, okay? It's the size of the Sahara Desert, okay? It's the Pacific Ocean, all right? It's you versus Antarctica, all right? It's such a big separation, the North and the South Pole, because your new timeline has such a vibrational pull that you can really tell that you're switching into a higher dimension. So when you start to shift your conscious dialogue, this is a part of evolving your ability to manifest things into your reality. So one of the things that I'm going to ask you to do is be very, very conscious about the conversations that you're having, not only who, but what those conversations sound like, but most importantly, after the conversation is done, track that conversations. Try this for a month, okay? I want you to just get out of just a plain old spiral, and after you have a conversation with your child, how did you speak? How did they speak? What was the result of that? Did it make you feel frustrated? Did it make you feel happy? Did it make you feel appreciative? Did it make you feel joy? Did it make you feel love, or did it diminish you? Did it make you feel shittier? Did it make you feel less worthy? Did it make you feel like the biggest jerk on the planet? And as you start to track these conversations, and most importantly, at the end of the conversation, what was the result of your vibration? You're going to start to see that all of these shifts in your consciousness and all of these belief systems start to just crumble away, because your conscious dialogue is either resulting in pain or in joy. Magic only happens for those who seek it. So if you're seeking the mountain, you're going to find lots of painful conversations and the part that you played in that vibrational universe. So you might say, oh my gosh, my boss is such a jerk. Well, if you're constantly believing that your boss is a jerk, then the only vibration that you and your boss can experience is this: you're a jerk, I'm the victim. And this happens in so many different realities. I had a client once who absolutely hated her boss. And she was a police officer, and her immediate supervisor was also a police officer. They were the same race, and they were nearly the same age. And the sergeant, the female sergeant, really just disliked I think she was a corporate or whatever's lower, I don't remember. And so she would give me examples. So she said, okay, like one time we got to the station and it was time to tell us what's going on. And I got in my uniform and I was supposed to be in my car and checking in and starting to take calls, but I was on my menstrual cycle. So I went into the bathroom and I was having some issues there. And when I came out, the supervisor was standing right there and she was like, "What are you doing?" You know, whatever. I don't want to say either one of their names, so we're not going to call them any names. We're going to call them the officer and the boss. I like to keep people's information private, you know. So the supervisor was literally standing outside the bathroom door. What a miserable freaking universe to be a timeline match to. And she couldn't change her consciousness because she really wasn't aware of what she was doing and how she was participating in this negative vibration between her and her boss. So she said that the sergeant or the corporal or whatever it was told her that she should go to the bathroom before her shift and that she doesn't need to be wasting time here and yada, yada, yada. And this was a combative situation where all the time she couldn't separate the anger that she had for this woman with the love that she had for the job. She really loved being a police officer, and she really said she was a peace officer. And I believe she was, because she carried a lot of that beautiful divine energy. So I said, all right, I'm going to challenge you. And we were doing 6 weeks to success. I do different coaching programs. One of them is called 6 weeks to success. And we sit down and we write out your 4 most important goals for right now. And this too, you can do a payment plan for this. You can pay it off in months. Just get enrolled, sign up, and watch your life transform. You will never regret investing in yourself. And if you go and see all the testimonies and all of the positive reviews I have, these are from real people. Nobody gets a discount. Nobody gets anything. Their life is just so much better because they worked with me directly one-on-one that they want to shout it from the rooftops and really tell everybody how amazing it is to work with somebody like me. And well, there's actually nobody like me, but there's nobody like you either. So my next live group course is now open for enrollment. So hey, listen, it's called Into the Mystic. It's a powerful 4-week course that teaches you everything. I mean, everything you need to know about manifesting your unlimited abundance. I want you to join me and meet your new tribe of connected, spiritual, and dynamic souls from around the world who are also stepping into their level up season. Now listen, this is the best part. There are only 20 seats. So if you have any doubts, I have answers. Right there in my show notes, just click over. I offer a free call about any of the things that I offer. So let's get out of the doubt and into you changing and revolutioning your life with Into the Mystic. Moving on, the police officer, the peace officer, she really wanted to stay until her retirement. Like, I couldn't convince her to retire early. So, and I didn't want to. I really asked her what she wanted. She said, I want to work out my time here. I said, okay, here's the challenge. For the next 30 days, every single day, I want you to honor her energy. And she was like, what does that mean? I go, it's not going to be anything you like. I said, every day before your shift, I want you to say, we'll just call her Sheila because they're like a shield. I don't know. I want you to say to Sheila, I hope that your coffee tastes better today. I hope you had great sex. I hope you got a bonus. I hope everybody sees your value. Something. So we came up with a list of 30 positive ways to send high frequency to Sheila. And boy, oh boy, did my peace officer not want to do this. She was pissed. She was like, I'm paying you to tell me to pray, to think positive, and to send good vibrations to this see you next Tuesday? Full stop. I get it. It's not what you want to hear. But in this situation, because her frequency was of fear, her frequency was of lack, her frequency wasn't of joy, it wasn't a high vibrational frequency. She wasn't getting up and saying like, well, I don't care, I can't stand her, but I'm going to do it anyway. Nah, she was more a vibrational match to the anger that they had been accustomed to having with one another. And then I said, one of the things that we said is that she would get a promotion and get moved to another station. Another thing that I said was we came up with was that the peace officer would get transferred or be able to switch to a different shift, even though this shift was perfect for her and every reason, and she was taking care of her parents, and the nurses would only stay there for a certain amount of time, and yada, yada, yada. So one of the things we said was that this supervisor would get a bonus or get moved to another time situation or something like that. And within 7 freaking days, that's exactly what happened. Every time she went to log in, Sheila was called away and another sergeant was taking roll call. And eventually, within that 30-day period, Sheila got moved to a different time where she was doing roll call, and our peace officer ended up falling in love with her new boss. Not like in love, like they were in a relationship, but just like having so much joy that she got a promotion and she got a raise. So when we start to believe that we're living in a positive or negative universe, we're a vibrational match to that. And one of the biggest culprits of those situations are our inner dialogue and our belief system. And a belief is learned. It's not the truth. The truth is felt. The truth is vibrational. The truth is energetic. You cannot deny when you feel a truth. You can't. You feel the essence of it. And so as you start to shift your conscious dialogue every single day, what happens? Your subconscious dialogue starts to also transmute, and it starts to also shift. And then all of a sudden, conversations that were low vibrational, belief systems of doubt, of fear, of lack, they no longer are a reality in which you're co-collaborating in. You see, manifesting means that you're co-collaborating with the greatest, the ultimate vibration of every essence of every universe and of every solar system. I call it God. You can call it whatever you want. The creator, universe, God source energy wants you to focus on the beauty and not the beast. It wants you to let low energy people, conversations, and situations go. And one of the best things that you could ever do to quiet that mind is start meditating or going for long walks without your phone, without any communication, no music. Take in the energy around you. Take in the sky. Take in the trees. Take in the ground. Take in the hum of cars. Take in the barking of a dog as you walk a little bit too close to the gate and they're protecting their home. And when you truly fall in love with the small, simple aspects of life, the big ones can float right in. Because you have pushed away the resistance to be negative. You've pushed away the resistance to be positive. You've pushed away the resistance of fear. You've pushed away the resistance of doubt, and you've allowed inclusivity in the creative process to just be. And you can take a breath in that moment and say, yeah, this is working. Yeah, this feels good. Yeah. I am the creator of my reality, and I am creating one hell of a reality because I love my inner self, my self-concept. I have walked away from people, conversations, and situations that in my old belief system I needed to validate myself through. For me, it was arguing. I always felt everybody looked down on me. And if I felt disrespected in any way, game on. It was World War III. But in that ever-fighting Hunger Games world that I lived in, the reality of the vibration of Michelle Juanita Lamont was deep, deep, deep buried underneath all of the fear, all of the doubt, and all of the insecurity. And so as we start to align ourselves in a reality where we are a lot more in compliance with joy than in contention, we shift to gratitude. Gratitude and appreciation. And if you don't know the difference between gratitude and appreciation, I have a podcast on that. And I want to tell you, I appreciate you. I appreciate you making this podcast such a huge success because you're telling everybody you know to tune in. I appreciate that you, week after week, month after month, and year after year, are working with me. You're signing up for my group courses. You're working with me one-on-one. You're jumping your timelines because you're tired of living in a limited reality. And my appreciation and gratitude for that is unmatched. I am so excited because I know if you're here, you're one step closer to manifesting that reality. You're one step closer to living in a high vibrational frequency. You're one step closer to really, truly being in alignment for joy and for happiness, but most important, to manifesting. Because when you live in an attitude of gratitude or appreciation, the smallest little things can mean the biggest things. For me, it used to be if somebody spent a lot of money on me, it showed that I mattered. Now, that is not the reality. For me, that's a fractured reality. That's an ego-driven reality. And in that low vibrational belief system, if I didn't have all of the trappings of what looked like, I don't know, a high timeline, a red shoe reality, a red bottom reality, then I was missing out on all the things my friends had and all the things that everybody else had but me. But when I quieted my mind down, when I let the world come to me instead of me chasing the world, kind of like a dog chasing its tail. The dog doesn't realize that the tail is always going to be there. And so it starts to chase it, tries to bite it. These are our belief system. And when you leave the tail alone and you leave the ugly alone and you don't have to win the arguments anymore. You don't have to be right. You can just walk away. I have a very tumultuous relationship with a family member of mine. And recently we came to heads. I ignore this person every time. But we were going to be in the same city at the same time. So I thought, okay, the universe wants us to repair this relationship. So I reached out to this person and I said, listen, I want you to know I forgive you. And I want to start anew. And I just want our relationship to be more familiar and less combative. And I really believe that after our entire lives of being in the same womb and having the same parents and living in the same situation, that this person would say, yeah, you know what? Me too. But that's not what happened, because they're not letting go of the beliefs they were taught and the beliefs of being right or being seen or being validated by outside sources. So therefore, if I, in my whatever words I used, were taken as some sort of me sliding them once again, then any opportunity for us to actually connect on a vibrational universe where we could be loving towards each other was non-existent. And so they replied back after mine was just, I think 3 lines. It was, hi, this is Michelle. Not sure if you have my number. I understand we're going to be at the same city at the same time, and I just want to release, forgive you for everything that you've done and release our history and start over. And that's what I said. Like, it was just like, hey, look, things didn't go the way we wanted it to. Maybe we should just start over, right? And so in that moment in time, I was expecting that this person would say, yeah, me too. I forgive you for everything you've done. And let's move on and move onward and upward. Not what happened. This person gave me like literally a paragraph in 5 texts. It was like 150 words and then 150 words and then, or maybe even 300. It was just pages and pages. I just started scrolling. I was like, what in the hell? And then finally I get down to the last box on my phone, you know, the little text messages. And it says, I hope that you are in therapy because you need medication if you think I am just going to let this go so easily or whatever. I'm like, okay, we are never going to be a vibrational match because you're stuck in a belief system that I look down on you, or that I don't love you, or whatever it is, which is just the opposite. And what this person didn't know is that 6 months earlier, they were in a really bad situation with their significant partner, and I was made aware of it through another family member. I immediately called that family member and offered enough money for this person to relocate to anywhere they want. I offered thousands of dollars. I said, I'm just going to put it in an account. They don't even need to know it's me. And it ended up being that that person stayed in that broken relationship because their beliefs and their systems all equal staying in that low universe because it's comfortable and it's safe. They know what the beast looks like and they want to live with it. To going forward, me sending this text, I never let them know. I didn't say anything because that's just not my way. And so this person responds and says this, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. What medical school did you graduate from? That you would be giving clinical advice to somebody who is educated versus somebody who is not. And I'm not a medical doctor or psychologist, but I am educated and I do have the ability to discern vibrational frequencies. I am a manifesting manifester. And as the creator of my reality, I choose peace. I choose peace. What are you choosing? In every single fucking conversation, do you have to be fucking right? Do you have to be a little asshole? Do you have to prove the point? Or can you quiet your mind? Let the energy shift. Let the energy fall. Let them feel like they got away with the conversation. Let them feel like they're right. Okay, you're right. You're right. Cool beans. Never talking to you again. So after all of these pages and pages and pages of text, what did I do? I deleted it. I didn't respond. I didn't show it to 50 people. I told the other people in that situation that I reached out and that the response was pure spitfire vinegar, and that they have no desire to resolve our relationship. And I was okay with that because I want to continuously co-create in a high vibrational universe. I don't need to be right. I don't need to be admired. I don't need to have accolades pushed upon me. But what I do need is to align myself with the frequency that I'm enough, that I'm worthy, that I'm happy, and that the future that I'm co-collaborating with is allowing me to be expansive and to be free. And I desire this deeply for each and every one of you. That's why I've created digital courses that you can take on demand. There's 2 7-day and 1 10-day. I suggest you buy the bundle and do them over the next month. It'll be the best money you ever spent, plus they're 50% off. I think all 3 courses are $500, and that's the total value. And when you use PRE50, you get all 3 for $199. That's right. At least right now. Maybe the price is going to go up, but that's the price right now. And I'm not going to change that pre-code 50 for a minute. So I want you to take a chance and invest more than the time that you're spending here with me on the podcast. I want you to start meditating. I want you to start journaling. But most importantly, I want you to sign up for one of my group classes, one of my 1-hour calls, or one of my one-on-one coaching and mentorship programs and mindset classes. Because sometimes we just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And when we get to that point, it's the perfect time to be connected with somebody who fully sees you, who fully wants you to be validated and believes in the highest version of you. And right now, I hope to be that person. I love you so much, and I want you to live a free and full and happy life. I want you to feel spoiled by the universe. I want you to see how great it is to be you. You're a magical, divine being who is protected by angels and guides. And it's not rose-colored glasses, it's science and facts. This is a vibrational universe. What do they say? Millionaires don't follow astrology, billionaires do. Because they know that the currency is in the cosmos. And your ancestral energy requires you to move forward. And if you don't have the tools you need, I do. And I want you, at the very least, to tune into my podcast every single day. I want you to share it with 5 people that you know, whether it's your neighbors, whether it's your book club, whether it's your friends, PTA, running club, boxing group, workout pals, book club, wherever it is, because as you learn and as you grow, you raise the vibration of everybody around you. And I want to be a part of that process, and I want to help you tune into that vibration. All right, it's time for me to wrap up. I keep going over time, but I want you to know that I absolutely fucking love this time with you. You are just amazing. I love you. 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 You're worthy. You're worthy. You're worthy. You're worthy. You're worthy. You're worthy. You have divine essence energy. You are a magical creation, and you deserve to be loved and admired for all that you are. And it starts right now, right here, baby. I'll do anything I can to help you, so just reach out. And know that the universe is sitting there clapping and cheering for you every time you hit play on Manifesting Miracles. But go to my website. I have tons of blogs and so many resources on there for you to step into a higher dimension and a higher timeline and quell that inner critic and that inner dialogue. All right. I love you. I want to see you soon. I want to see you in my inbox. I want to see you in my newsletter. I want to see you in my next live class. And I hope to see you at my next event or retreat. My name, well, it's Michelle Juanita Lamont. And everything is always working out for you. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance. And yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen. I fucking believe in you. And it's now time for you to win, win, win! Yes! Yes!